second time I got crabs.
Well, do they call it crab still, or do they call it super crabs?
Lobsters.
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 Okay, right.
They evolve.
Speaking of which, Crab Fest at Red Lobster right now.
Yo, that was so good. Wait.
So good.
I live on an island.
Is
I
that
won't
the
eat a
name
Red
of the
Lobster.
waitress?
Yes.
Welcome back to the Critical Mass.
It's sad.
So during the break, I decided to give both Ruland and Tim inspiration dice.
These will come in handy when we need to re-roll our charisma check.
Inspiration die. I give out 3 of them per mission, or up to 3 of them per mission. It's not necessarily a rule. It's a rule that I made myself as DM. You have this die. If you ever screw up a roll, you can roll this die and use that result instead.
Okay.
Okay? So you have that for the rest of this mission.
Okay.
Okay? And they already know they have theirs as
Does
well.
it, can you
Any roll
re-roll
at all.
Question.
multiple times, or?
No.
Just one?
Just the once.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Something I just realized.
Yes.
Is it can use this result or have to use this result?
Have to.
Have to. Okay.
Yeah. It's like oh, I screwed up my roll. It's basically giving yourself advantage, but with just taking the second number no
Gotcha.
matter what.
Yeah. Gotta hope it's not a critical miss.
That happened once.
That did happen.
Okay, so you guys arrive at the courthouse. You give your array of weaponry to the guards, and you give your staff away. And they allow you in. You guys are already sitting behind a bench, shackled, very heavily shackled.
You need feats of strength.
We need great
Oh,
strength
is
for feet.
the king in the courtroom yet?
He is. Oh no, I'm sorry. The king is not. Neither of the judges are. Sorry.
Okay.
There are guards. You recognize the royal guard from the dwarves, that are the tiny mean people, as you call them. Yes. They are standing right at the front of the. To you guys, the left stage right, the chair stage right. It is of a lower tier than the middle one, and the right one, or stage left rather, is lower than the middle one also.
And I'm looking severely pissed off.
Oh, I imagine you all are rather pissed off.
I'm really tired and really pissed off.
I see why you would be.
I would still be holding my gruel unless they took it from me.
Oh, they took it from you.
Okay.
Yes.
That would have been hysterical.
You are not only angry, but still exhausted.
Yes, I know.
You were not giving morning slop.
Bullshit.
This is bullshit.
God, one morning slop.
Making a courtroom.
Please make the courtroom. I love it. Here, you can use the trees.
Silver Surfer will be here.
Okay. as he should.
This will be like, it's like the bench.
The bench, yes.
This is the crowd.
Okay, so you guys are still behind the bench.
This is me.
You are
I need to
told
be
by
over
the
here.
guards, do not move, do not try to break free. It will only end badly for
Those are
you.
the guards.
May I raise my hand. They're just a finger.
Yes.
May I kneel when the king arrives?
You may and should.
You told us not to move, so I was checking.
Move as in try to run.
Okay.
Just
And there are not goblets, tankards of water in front of each of you. And there are 2 seats next to the three. The 3 of you are at the left side of the table, and there's 2 open seats at the right side. And then to the right of that, there seem to be 4 chairs occupied by people you probably haven't seen before.
Okay.
And then as you guys enter the room, you are escorted to your seats, which are next to these guys. You can speak to them if you would like before the trial starts.
Thank you very much, Tim.
What? Why are we thanking him?
He's representing us.
Yeah.
How many?
How many judges are there?
We're
3
gonna
judges.
die situation.
Just like,
Why do I feel like when you were at your box, it's just like, well, it's time for
ages,
court.
yes.
Gotta put the suit on.
like, no,
Get
I'm
the
killed.
suitcase.
Do I
Like
have a second to talk to him about the trial or no?
To who?
To Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
you got yourself into a colossal clusterfuck.
I believe the main thing we
You
should
think?
focus on is that the men we are accused of colluding with, we met on the road from Ulrich to Thassa.
I don't know if we should mention the Ulrich part.
We met on the road to Thassa. When we met
All
them,
rise for King Flavian von Otterswazel.
More like dick math.
Stop clapping, retard.
Wait, rise or kneel? I rise.
Okay, you rise, and then as he walks out, you see everybody kneel.
And
So
that's what
yeah,
I do.
I'll kneel too, very
Yes.
We
very
all-
reluctantly.
We all
Okay.
kneel.
You're all chained together.
We kneel as one, or we don't kneel
Yes,
at all.
yes.
Yes.
You all kneel, and I assume you two kneel as well. You see Nuke and Shroud are actually off to the side over here, so I'll move them over here.
Are they shackled too?
They are shackled to a
Good.
different table.
Alright. Were those dragon folks?
Huh?
Were the dragon guys?
Who's talking about?
Dragon
Knights.
guys that were arrested with
Dragon
us?
Knights.
Oh, they're not in the courtroom right now,
Oh,
or at least you can't see them right now.
okay.
So you two walk in, and you're sitting here. I don't know what this giant dude is doing.
He's a guard.
He's a guard. Yeah, sure. So the king walks in, and then as you are still kneeling,
next time.
and next Prince Cristobal von Arthurschwazel.
Is there an applause?
No, everyone's just still
He
kneeling.
comes
Everyone
out with his fist
still
in
kneels?
his-
Okay.
He comes in
And,
with his fist in his mouth.
And then you hear like pounding steps of a dwarf, and Prince Xanon Iron.
John Cena!
He comes out, gives the other two judges an AA.
Prince Xanon Ironhelm of Zakar.
That could be the,
Da, da,
on the
da,
dwarven fan.
da, da, da.
Right? That could be a song.
Hustle, loyalty, ale.
Anyway,
Back to see.
all right.
Could, may I?
And the king raises his arms and he says, "Be seated." And everyone gets up from kneeling and sits down. And assuming all of you do as well.
I have a look of fury on my face.
I look at Roland, I go,
I look at him. I take his face. I make him look at me.
You take him in the chin. You put your fist on his chin. Look at me.
I make him look at me, and then I flick his forehead, and I tell him to shut the fuck up as quietly as possible.
No. Also use a pencil.
That's what I want. That's American.
Permanent 3 damage from flick.
His self-esteem.
I am really tired and really, really looking infuriated. So
Yes.
like I'm tired and pissed off. And,
There's water in front of you if you want to drink some
yeah,
water.
I'm gonna have some of that water.
Okay, so of course you have the water. And the king says, "Please, for the prosecution," and one of the men stand up. It's a human, but he's got slightly pointed ears, maybe some elf further back in his family line. And he steps forward and he says, "Your Majesties, of all 3 of you, Your Majesties, these men stand accused of conspiring."
Stenographer. It's just like I look at him. What the fuck are you doing?
he's just tapping on the wood. There's nothing in front of him. He's just.
There's no typewriters in this realm.
I attempt to face palm again, but I'm too shackled to the table to do it.
These men have been accused of conspiring with the Legion of Dragon Knights. And as we all know, they have taken credit for killing the dragon next to, just outside Uruk.
I'm shaking my head.
I don't care. Today. We believe, and they claim, the Legion of Dragon Knights did claim that they would bring dragons out just to kill them, for glory. It is a well-known fact that just a week ago, over 10,000 people were killed in the attack that the dragon brought on this city.
12 people.
And I don't know why you're counting. You'll never get to 10,000 by the time this is over.
It's like, may I just say real quick? Ignore him. He's special. He's not right.
I don't know what you're playing guitar.
He's.
Fast hands.
Like please ignore him. He's special. I just can't leave him in the box.
All right. And he says, and then he says, we will prove that they conspired with the Legion of Dragon Knights, and they deserve to be punished by death. And then he says, "Thank you," and then he walks back to his seat, and then he motions to you, the king, and he says, "Please, for the defense."
I stand up. I say to the king and the prince, "Your Majesty," and then I say, "Your Majesty," to the dwarf in Dwarfish because I can speak that.
And he nods his head.
This is the prosecution. I love it. Little Lego wizard. Look at that motherfucker. I want to be him.
You can be. It's an old character.
It'll bring back bad memories for most of us, but you
Okay.
can if you want.
I'll take the hat off.
All right.
Anyway.
You gotta drop
It's
face
like,
tattoos on.
now, I have only just recently met these men, yesterday,
Oh, good.
but I do believe that, at least for these three, that I can vouch for. I mean, Paladin, he would not, of course, do something as terrible as to rebel or conspire against the throne. That seems a bit over the top. It's like, however, those two, the Goliath and the... I can't
Elf.
tell what he is. It's just like, he's very small for an elf.
Yes.
I think we're both clerics.
No, he's not talking to you. You two.
It's just like, I do believe, I cannot speak for them. They led these three from what my understanding is. And I do believe that the Dragon Knights didn't even bring the dragon here.
The king raises his hand. He says, "So are you only defending these three, not not these two over here?
If I may speak frankly,
Please."
Can I still be
fuck
covered?
them.
You see Newt get angry, and Shroud also is just grinding his teeth right now.
It's like,
I just start banging my head
And then-
on the table in front of me.
so it's like,
And then the prince, the Cristobal, he points at Darzarger and he goes, "Huh, orc have funny teeth."
it's like, yes, he does. It's like, yes, he does, Your Majesty.
I start banging my head on
Got
the
me
table
dead to
louder.
It's like, if I may talk to the accused.
Please.
Why are you banging your head on the table like the retard elf over there?
Because the amount of stupidity in this room is mind-boggling. And I need to do something about it.
Why do you think I live in this city? Why do you think I live in a box? Stay away from them. No one talks to you when you live in a box.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Consider it. Low rent.
Low rent. No rent.
We gotta buy the box or whatever
Yeah,
box.
that's-
In this market, you
Whatever
can't beat
comes
that
in,
rate.
in the box.
Yeah, you gotta get
More
a box.
hardboard.
You gotta get a box guy.
So just like stop banging your head. We're not going for insanity because they just put you in a cage, a very small, uncomfortable cage, and then they put pointed things up your rectum.
Is that why I'm uncomfortable right now?
Oh no.
You are probably uncomfortable, friend, because you did not eat.
Oh yeah, that happened.
And then he goes, "Can we move on, please?"
Yes, absolutely, of course. So, now, it is my understanding that you believe that they helped the Demon Knights, Dragon Knights. Demon Knights are a biker gang. Anyway, they are.
Which we have no affiliation with. What's our...
It's like, I believe that even they didn't bring the dragon here, but I'm not prosecuting them. But I think that was just a freak dragon, which happens occasionally. But they had no involvement, as far as I can tell, because they seem like good, caring individuals who just travel and help. It is my understanding that he even helped our dwarf prince guest protect his crown.
And he looks over and says, "Is this true?" And the dwarf says, "It's true. My crown got stolen just when we got to Karaga, and they got it back."
Now, these don't seem like the type of people who conspire against the shields of justice. Not anyone who would help royalty like that.
Okay. And he says, "All right, and we will call our witnesses."
Oh Christ.
I'm just this is the whole time. I'm just doing Donald Trump. Yes.
Can I just do a quick perception check real quick? Sure. When I look over, and like I'm gonna give the room a quick scan with my eyeballs.
Sure.
Do I see anybody from Ulrich?
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's good. It's at 21.
Okay. You didn't really get a great look at most of the people from Auric specifically. You're pretty sure there would be no one from Auric in this
Okay.
building right now.
Okay. I think we're good then. Maybe.
Just as long as the first witness isn't that one guy.
Yeah. They killed 12 people.
And they blew a hole.
And then they left and called me a dick.
Keep in mind, they've only had a few hours to prepare witnesses, so they probably didn't get anybody from Oregon.
A refugee.
No, that would have been so funny too. It's like, well, we didn't kill 10,000 people.
It's like,
Don't volunteer information.
And we didn't even do it. The kobolds did it.
it's just and the one guy in the back. No, we didn't. I was like, shut up.
Very civil about it.
So the man, the partially elf man, whatever you want to call him, the prosecutor, he stands up and he says, "I would like to invite Laraka Moonshadow to the stand."
Oh shit.
Once again, shut up.
And she comes out still in her Shields of Justice cloak, as per usual. She's got white gown on. Other than that, she's not wearing her armor because this is a court setting, not a battle setting.
And the hope drains from my face as she walks in.
She walks up and she swears by all the gods that she will be honest and truthful. And the other the guy she was with, Alu, whose name is Alu Khan Hawklight, he actually is presiding as the official Shields of Justice member over the courtroom.
Right.
Because she was called as a witness. So he asks her a series of questions, basically questioning your characters by choosing the Brotherhood of the Blade. They recall the event of when you made the choice just outside the valley. You were given a choice to side with the Shields of Justice or the Brotherhood of the Blade, which she claims is a very not respected and bad reputation to them, and siding with them shows signs of your character. And then he says, what were they doing in this city? And she recalls you trying to bring a warg into the city, and she recalls you giving a hard time to the guards, and she recalls that the Goliath was trying to hide Shroud behind him. Not Goliath, what do you call it? The Warforged was trying to hide Shroud.
Does she at least
She points to Shroud.
Does she at least acknowledge in her testimony that when she came over, I was already backing down on my stance and willing to let the war
She
go?
does not, because this is the prosecution and it's very leading questions.
Yeah.
So, for the defense, you may question Laraka Moonshadow. Can you take a picture of this and send it to me? This is what Christian's been building this whole time because he's not allowed to talk.
Can I have the box?
He's not allowed to
Yeah,
talk.
I want to find Laraka Moonshadow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have her.
Oh,
Sorry.
he's got it.
This is her, and this is the guy presiding over the court.
She'll be on the witness stand.
Yes.
Alright.
The trees are the barrier between the audience and the court.
Yes.
That's amazing. I love the Silver Surfer.
We're on trial.
He's like, why are you all fighting over squabbling over petty things?
Galactus is coming.
He's gonna eat this bitch!
Oh, worse, he's the
You're worried
marshal
about
from
dragons. There's Galactus coming.
He's the marshal from Uruk. They killed 12 people.
Oh god.
You can't
Marshal
prove that.
Arsinoe, if you remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Not that I remember him for any reason or anything.
Oh god.
I sent two pictures.
Anyway. It's like, Lady Moonshadow, correct. When you met these things, when you first met them,
Because you can't call them men because one of them's a construct.
yeah, exactly. That's why I look at
These beings.
So it's like when you met these things, did they chose the Brotherhood of the Blade? What would it lead them to do that?
Well, we gave them a clear choice. We said you can. It's a well-known fact that the Brotherhood of the Blade and the Shields of Justice do not get along. It's a well-known fact, well documented. And the last time a brother traveled with a Shield of Justice, the Shields of Justice got stabbed in the back. We were not about to travel with this Brotherhood of the Blade members, and we told them that they could choose to go with the Brotherhood or they can choose to come with us. They chose the Brotherhood.
Now, what enticed them to go to the Brotherhood?
To be honest, I don't know.
I can guess, if you'd like to hear my opinion on it.
Please.
One of them is a construct. Not too badly damaged, probably 4 years old at this point. Not very bright.
3.
3 years old. We have a half-orc paladin who, raised in a monastery, probably most likely has no idea what's going on in the outside world other than just his studies. And then we have this elf person. Cleric.
Man of
I like Cleric better.
He's this
Man of
elf.
a god,
This
yes.
elf cleric. Also a man of God. It's like
A man of worship.
a man of worship who probably just devoted their time to just their studies and their practices. Chances are they probably wouldn't have gotten around to read the news. Plus, I
Unless
do
they were
believe.
in on it.
Do they really look smart enough to inspire?
You look at me, and I literally got my 2 teeth up. I'm just like,
I'm sitting there crossing my eyes.
It does take intelligence to form this the group of the Legion of Dragon Slayer, sure. But you know what else it takes? Muscle. And other adventurers grouping up with them to devote their time to killing dragons, luring dragons out into the open, putting everyone in danger while they reap the glory. I'm not saying for a fact, because I don't know for a fact, but I can tell you that's what it seemed like. Why else would they choose the Brotherhood of the Blade?
I think they're just, for lack of a better word, boys being boys, doing wrong, picking the wrong choices, because they are in fact simpletons. Now, I was also there at the bridge. You may not have noticed me, what with me looking homeless.
I noticed the face tattoos, though. They stand out.
That they do. Now, if it has been, as I watched, he did bring a walk into the city, his pet. He was respectfully asking the guard of the city where he could put his pet. He wasn't asking threateningly, and he even resided to letting the beast go before further conflict. I don't see why he would come in here and just not make trouble, to just make more trouble than just bringing the ravenous beast into the city.
You may be right.
Thank you.
And she steps down. And
as she's stepping down off the, if at any point she looks over, I bow my head to her.
okay.
I know she doesn't like me, but I
She still
appreciate her.
recognizes that.
I appreciate her being honest.
Right. She is an absolute paragon of honesty. So, as our old-
wife for a reason.
Isn't it? And then they call one of the guards from the raid, just random guard you've never seen before, and he's like, he asks him about the raid, and he says, so what happened when you found them in that basement? And he says, there were all of them together. I couldn't see much. There was a lot of smoke. I don't know why, but a lot of them were struggling. Admittedly so, one of them was not struggling. And the prosecution, it doesn't acknowledge that, because obviously that would be his case.
Yeah.
And he says, so they were struggling. And he says, why would they struggle if they were innocent? A question I beg the judges to think about when dealing a verdict here. And then he steps back, so then you're free to...
I'm like,
I glare at the prosecutor.
I was like, alright, dick. Just under
Actually, at this point, the prince, the dwarven prince, looks at you and he says, "You're also representing these men, also, right?"
Yes.
He said not formally. He's just here as moral support. He's not.
Well,
formal.
most of the reason I let you guys represent them as a judge was because of my relationship with this man. We started off enemies and became friends. I would like to hear your side of this.
Of course.
So please, You may question this witness.
I put my hands over
you
my
were, you were
face.
there.
At this point, I'd like to lean over. Alright, we had a chance before.
How
Now you're
attached
all-
to your heads are you guys?
Now,
I
I
might
can, say
not so
without,
much.
I can say without a shadow of a doubt, you're all, quite literally, royally fucked.
Who's the witness?
One of the guards from the raid.
One of the guards from the raid?
Yes.
Okay.
May I speak with him quickly?
You can call a sidebar. Sure. Yeah. And they're like, quickly, please.
It's like, okay, whatever you do, please, with all your brain cells firing,
Yes.
do not mention the fact that you escaped from the raid.
Of course
That
not.
you didn't escape from the raid and possibly injure guards.
I'm an idiot, not a fool.
Oh fuck!
All right, let's go.
Oh man, we're boned.
Fuck.
We are so boned.
I'm retarded, not stupid.
I better not lose my box in this.
It's like, can you, go, what's the guard's name? Do I know?
He hasn't. They just recognize him as one of the town guard.
Okay, I'd like to ask him his name.
Michael.
These are weird names in this town.
McCall.
Oh, that, okay.
Oh no! I know one in person. Don't call him that.
McCall Sean?
No.
I don't.
No, oh, so like, you're, no. Alright, can you just paint me a picture of what happened at the scene?
Well, we were told that the Legion of Dragon Knights was gathering in a basement somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We were told they were with their conspirators,
Mm-hmm.
and we rushed in. I was one of the. I was somewhere in the middle of the pack, but I made my way down there into the cloud of smoke, and I just grabbed the first thing I could grab, and
Can
tried to
you-
restrain.
My penis.
Can you describe how you entered the scene?
If I recall, one of the forward guards dove into a door, and then since I'm under oath and telling the truth here, looked pretty awesome going down the stairs. It was a sight to see.
I don't head nod often. I head nod.
Does that
Gotcha.
answer? Okay.
Yes. So, how many guards were there? About.
In the forward party, I believe there was around 40 or 45.
Okay. So just from a person's perspective, if I were to see 40 or so men crashing through my door, sliding down the stairs, bombarding the area where I'm just residing, I would just go into a panic state personally. I can only imagine the shock of what's happening and the delirium. There's smoke in the room, there's a door flying, metal
Yeah,
clanging.
what was that smoke anyway? It's weird.
And people, and all of a
You
sudden,
let a little bit of smoke out through your arms.
and all of a sudden people are grabbing you. It seems like a very overwhelming situation, and I don't know how anyone would react calmly in that situation. That is just my own personal view on it. But,
May I speak up? I have a
You
very-
may be right. Did you have something? Yes?
I did. Now, you said that there was a struggle, except for one, which the defense overlooked.
Prosecution.
Prosecution. It's like,
wow, if you asked me.
he's like, I don't want to be good. I like being evil.
Alright, Skeletor.
Who doesn't like that voice? Anyway,
Don't be.
it's like, who didn't put up a fight? I mean, if they had fleshy hands, like, small feminine wrists, or big rocky ones, or big masculine ones, what type of wrists did you slap the irons on?
It wasn't me personally. I wasn't the one putting him in irons, but I did see that the half-orc was not putting up a fight. It was very confusing. Normally those type of Those type of people are.
Those types of people.
Shut up!
No, I don't actually say that.
Racist.
Those types of people.
Just saying, I didn't struggle at all the whole time either.
You did say you were going to try to struggle though.
No.
A little bit. You
No.
did. You started off by saying that.
I said, should I? And then I looked at my strength. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna take this because I will not win.
Oh,
Take
okay.
it.
Well,
Take it.
then either way, in his recollection.
Fuck this
There
guy.
we go. He remembers him specifically.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's interesting, I think.
Which we're probably better off with the one guard that doesn't remember me struggling.
It's like, well, it's just like, well, that's a bit interesting. Not struggling if he's doing something illegal. Did the others struggle? Did you know? What? What
I
about
wasn't
those? What
close
about
enough.
those two dragon knights? Do you know what happened with them? What did they do?
They killed one of my friends.
Hmm. Well, I'm not representing them, so I'm just putting as a point. If the two bad guys in this scenario, who did actually kill someone, which is very unfortunate that anyone has to die, well, I mean, they didn't put up a fight. I mean, sure, I'm sure they struggled, but who doesn't like getting cobblestone thrown in your face? I mean, he might, but that's a whole different story.
Family.
He's like, can I let out one?
Friends?
That's when a little smoke pops out of your mouth.
Baby's like, ooh, that's my fetish.
He's like, he does that. Now, that just seems very interesting to me. I have no further questions.
All right. And the prosecutor stands up and he's like, I think the prosecution rests, and you may call witnesses if you have any.
He's drunk. You gave me the prosecution.
It's like,
Hector, you'll
Well,
have to sit off this.
I think that I'd like to just talk about what I saw, Day of the Dragon.
So you're gonna put yourself on the stand?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you will be questioning him.
Oh, perfect. I mean, of course.
I glare at him.
All
I
right.
glare with him the anger of 1,000 suns. He ain't no. I'm going. Is there a roll I can do to make sure he has no eyebrows?
Can he?
You glare off my eyebrows.
Yes.
Make an eyebrow check? No, just kidding.
Inspiration die, or?
Yeah, sure.
Does he have sunglasses?
Huh? No.
Those weren't invented yet.
No.
Shades. No. Okay, so you can ask a question. He wants to specifically talk about the day he mentioned. He wants to talk about the day that the dragon did attack. That he was here. And this is
So-
the first time all of you are hearing this, by the way.
Starting from the beginning of that day, what happened on that day the dragon attacked?
Well, I had
Well,
no
it's-
slot full. No, just kidding.
I
Well,
woke up in my box.
I was already on the second island, and I was by the bridge. Luckily, far enough that when the dragon vomited acid all over the place, that I didn't get hit. Neither did my box. Now, you of course all know me. I live in a box by choice. Can't make that clear enough.
If I wanted my
But
own
you all
place,
know-
I could get it.
But you all know me. Can't keep a secret. I am incredibly truthful. At some point, that is detrimental to my own health. But my recollection is this great, big, green, angry dragon came in, vomited acid all over the place, and then was chased away by something red flying in the sky.
And everyone, you hear everyone in the crowds start whispering like,
Ah.
We have a little skeleton guy.
Pass me the people, the boxes. Okay.
Oh, wait, what? Where'd they go?
Box of
I don't
peoples.
know where
There
they
you go.
Oh.
That's good. Oh, you can keep going. I'm just gonna.
So, it is to my knowledge that the Dragon Knights do not wear red at all. It's black, 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 black. It makes them edgy. That is to my knowledge. And I'm pretty sure the Dragon Knights don't
Makes
know
them
how to
edgy.
fly. They think they're all that with their face tattoos, which are very unbecoming, and their pointy armor, which serves no real purpose than other than make them look intimidating.
They get all their paraphernalia from Hot Topic.
After Hot Topic was cool.
They stand around and they sulk and all that nonsense.
Smoke clove
But-
cigarettes.
Oh God. But
Are you
it's
just calling the Dragon Knights hipsters? Is
Yeah,
that
a little bit,
just-
a little bit. They drink craft beer.
but
To be fair, have you tried craft beer?
It's fucking great.
The dwarf prince is like, come on, craft beer, come on.
Dwarf's like, he said beer, I'm going to the bar. It's like, just sit down.
Innocent, guilty, I don't care. Beer.
Anyway. If it wasn't for all the Guinness, I'd have gone home a long time ago. Anyway. So, it's to my knowledge that they don't wear red. And I'm pretty sure that none of them can fly. Also, I don't believe that they're good at killing. But they're not good at magic. They're all kind of stupid. I mean, you really have to be stupid to go after a dragon, don't you think? Do you have any further questions, idiot?
Please address him as counselor.
Idiot
Counselor.
Counselor idiot.
Counselor idiot?
I object.
To what? You being a
Sustained.
counselor or an idiot?
Your Honor, he's badgering the prosecutor.
I didn't even know that was a thing until now.
It's like, Your Majesty, I'm very grateful that you noticed that this man is a fool.
So, to the best of your knowledge, do you remember seeing any of these three on the scene during that day?
I watched them walk into town this morning.
Completely different day.
Completely different day.
That's all I have to say about that then. No further questions.
That's all I have to say about that.
Almost
Evil
grabbed
is
me
as
about
evil does.
15 Dr. Peppers.
Okay. All right. Do you have any further witnesses for the defense? So I'm gonna go ahead and say no on that one.
Can we get the dicks to the stand?
Oh, I actually have a witness.
Oh!
Where the hell is Cole?
He's actually in the crowd, or not in the crowd, but like guarding in the back.
I believe he's the Silver Surfer, isn't he?
Bring the Silver Surfer up.
Yeah! Skillbold's got his own
I would
surfboard.
like to call the Silver Serpent to the stand.
He's like, I mean, okay, sure.
Captain America.
Again, you need to go worry about Galactus, guys. Okay, all right.
Oh, he's right over
It's
there.
like, Cole, you are a guard, a city guard.
That's what they tell me.
Oh, God.
Do you see where you've gone wrong?
No, I have a place where I'm going. Now, you saw these men yesterday morning when they arrived in the city, on the outskirts of the city.
Yeah.
Ask as many leading questions you want.
Well, at least he's honest.
Now, were they conspiring or raped? Did they seem conspiring or were they just looking for an apothecary?
They had a cool dog.
Well, at least let the court hear that their ward was nice, and that this man found it to be cool
And cute.
and cute.
Darzarger smiles.
He's like,
Yeah!
Now,
And
these
he
men
definitely doesn't eat dog.
no further question.
now, did they seem shifty or possibly up to something?
No, they had that small elf with them. I didn't recognize him at all. So,
Well,
no, not really shifty. No.
but have you never seen them before? Like, say, 2 weeks ago with the dragon?
No, okay. I definitely know I never saw that rock guy before, because that was pretty cool.
Safe.
I see a lot of elves,
Oh, shit.
so I don't think I've seen him before, but I don't know. And the orc guy I mean, he had the cool dog, so that was pretty cool. You were with them though too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all together. And those guys, and he points to Nuke and Shroud. So yeah, they were all hanging out together. And the king goes, "Hold on, just pardon me for a second. Guard Cobalt, are you telling me that you You walked right up to these two wanted men and just let them go. And he's like, in my defense, I didn't have my scroll with me with their pictures on it. And the king goes, how many Goliaths are in this city? And he goes, right now, 1. And the king goes, please get this man off of my stand.
One of your finest, Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
This is not my town, please. I did not hire this man.
Fair point. Anyway, but even a man of his
Stupidity.
simple. I'm looking for a kind word.
You can call him stupid.
Simplicity.
All right, the stupid man could tell that these men wouldn't hurt anybody, including their warg.
Stupidity.
It's fair.
Even that lizard brain that we all have with the primitive fear was not acting up. Now, if anything, the simple or the retarded people.
I like that he motioned to you. Meanwhile, you're the smartest out of all of us so far.
If you can see where I'm standing, I gesture to all of you.
I know.
If even those with the radar to tell bad and good just by knowing people and just a general vibe, an aura, these men can simply be bad. And I'd like to also say, I'm not representing those two. just get them right out.
All right. And he then says, all right, you 3 may exit, and we will give our ruling a little later on. We will now move on to these 2 men, and he points to them 2. You guys are led out of the room, as are you 2.
I bow my head to the kings
Yep.
as we walk out.
Yeah,
And you guys are
as
led
do
out
I.
this way.
Keep the respect.
Okay.
Now it's
And we're
Taco
all-
Tuesday.
And you guys sit in a room, all of you. You guys are still shackled. You 2 are not, obviously. You are all in a room for about an hour or so,
We can
while they go over Nuke and Shroud and then the Dragon Knights.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're fucked.
I do not believe so.
Thank you, Mr. Tim.
He
you are a
brings
gentleman and a scholar.
he brings you guys out. Behind or next to you, rather, are Nuke and Shroud. Nuke is very angry. Shroud is not happy either, but he's containing himself a little bit. And he looks over to you guys and says, "Lucky you had a new friend, huh?"
I didn't. We were in jail. Like
No, a new friend.
I know. I'm saying like
I got raped.
we didn't.
I was in one cell with
We
one
didn't
guy.
tell him what to say. He just did it.
Oh,
We were in
during
jail.
that hour, you are given more food. So if you want to eat,
Yeah, absolutely. I want to.
Okay.
He ate all of the food.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I'm
still
not
not great
Darzarger.
food, but it's not quite slop. So
Palatable.
we will find out your ruling next time on the final part
Not
of this.
Dun dun
this episode.
dun.